why it's lonely at the top? Because you got motherfucking people who feel like they don't even deserve to be there. You got some people that's fucking scared of success. Two different peas in the same fucking pod. Just know that whatever people feel about themselves, they try to project onto you. That's why it's fucking lonely at the top. Because as you ascend to your greatness as an individual, everybody can go with you. And you know why? Your hand-picked chosen can't go with you? Because God already see their heart. God knows not just that they're temporary people, but their thought process is also temperamental. God saw the trauma bond and knew that once he pulled you in one direction, that they would become either jealous or envious, or even the revelation would come that the way they told you they felt about you would be insincere. Their mask would come off. The fucking story of Cain and Abel. Because people can't identify not much with the level of success that you have for yourself, or the blessing in which the Creator bestows upon you. Most of our people only identify with fucking struggle. This is why and how trauma bonds are fucking created. And at the minute you find a way to break a cycle or to break a curse, you are like at a fork in the road. Because the people that you love so much that you got through some shit with, it's the same motherfucking people now feeling some type of way towards you because they see your light, they see your blessing, they don't see their own, they don't feel their own, and now however they feel about themselves is projected onto you. People have made this such an ugly fucking place to be. You know? It's like once you are awakened to things, you can't go back to sleep even if you fucking try. And people do try to go back to sleep. Because fucking ignorance is bliss than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it is that way because people not only refuse to accept accountability, but they refuse to reciprocate the very same things that they asking for, either from you or even from God. Everybody fucking, wanna put on this fucking notion that they are in a divine state of mind or a divine being or excuse me, a follower of God or obedient to God. But they don't display that shit in their behavior, and they damn sure don't. They can't even find it in their heart And as much as we would like to take our own chosen on the journeys with us, God have different paths for us, different lessons for us, different purpose for us. People are unaccepting of that, especially if you supersede the box that they put you in. You have motherfuckers that looked you in your face and either made a vow to you, a promise to you, or some type of bondage, for them to turn around and break it and put you in a position where you gotta sever it. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe breaking and severing are two different things. They're synonyms, I guess. I think I'm saying that right. Breaking up is one thing, severing ties is another. You know? And it can be a painful process, because when you are on your way to being your greatest self, being your highest self, when you are on your way to living your best motherfucking life, when you are on your way and en route to certain aspirations, not just goal setting physically or monetarily, but spiritually, when you see your vision of yourself and your life and what God has planned for you coming into alignment, when you see your alignment, when you feel it, when you're walking in it, when you understand it, when you know it, that is something absolutely beautiful that not only should be celebrated, but should be acknowledged. And yet you look around and there's very few that you have to celebrate with. Like, it's all different now. You thought the ones you started with was going to be the ones that you finish with. But that ain't the motherfucking case. Because motherfuckers get in they bag something kind of terrible. And the motherfucker, they become the fucking ops. Meaning they become the opposition. And a lot of time, they really don't even realize it. That's where the real opposition, or what some people call the devil, or a low vibe, or a negative entity comes in. That's how they, able to infiltrate, because they so motherfucking crafty. They, or he, or whatever you acknowledge the devil as, or the opposition as, is so crafty to be able to get into your fucking thought process and have you believe that somebody else's success defines who you are as a person, or somebody else doing them the best that they know how have anything to do with your blessings, your lessons, your purpose, or your ascension. That it affects you in any negative way. They convince you of that shit. Your true intention is shown and exposed. And the smallest of examples. It could be the smallest of examples. Your true intention is shown. But to somebody that's spiritually aware, they peep it. Regardless of the front that you putting on, they peep it. And they begin to move accordingly. Meaning, you know what I mean. They begin to take a step back because the rose-colored glasses is off. You're awakened now. Reality has set in, you know, to see the change. That the change isn't just in you, but the same people who made these fucking promises or vows or bonds with you, that no matter what, y'all was gonna ride out. Y'all, you know, whatever the situation is, because the love that y'all had for each other at the time appeared to be sincere. But everything that you claim to be, right, is always gonna be a test for that. It's always gonna be a motherfucking test for that. Everything that you claim to be, the opposite of that is gonna show up to test you. All the fucking time. It is up to your level of either human understanding or divine understanding to not just come to a conclusion, but to be able to pass that test and be fucking true. This is often why the fucking results of the test are so heartbreaking. Because the truth do come out. God knows what's in your motherfucking heart. And eventually, fucking masks fall off. And as frustrating as it is, or as sad as it is, to be alone sometimes in your ascension, I would rather that than to be in the company of a snake or a jealous motherfucker or an envious bitch. Referring to the story of Cain and Abel, let's look back at our own real life history. You know how many motherfucking people actually died in the physical by the hands of someone that said they loved them or was supposed to love them, supposed to have a bond with you? Let me tell you something. Statistically speaking, and you can look this shit up, identity theft is oftentimes committed by someone that you fucking know. Oftentimes, murders are committed by people that you fucking know. I think this is why, because there's nothing new under the sun, I think this is why there's that fucking saying that keep your enemies close. No, what is it? Yeah, your enemies close and your friends closer. You know, we grew up on a, well, you know, I'm a middle-aged woman, a young middle-aged woman, should I say. And when my grandparents or the elders that I know used to say things like that, I couldn't understand that shit. Because I used to be like, you know, and this is a young frame of mind, but I used to say to myself, fucking enemies. What the fuck? That's who the fuck you gotta watch. The friends, that's not who you need to be concerned with. And in the fucking, in a fucking, possibly in a fantasy world, or maybe in an ideal life, that would be true. We would like that to be true, but that ain't the motherfucking truth. When you start becoming successful on your spiritual journey, and it starts to balance out in the physical world, you start to get a different understanding that your friends and enemies is fucking one and the same. And be the motherfucking people that you least expect, or furthermore, don't even expect at all. That honestly feel some type of way towards you in your heart. And it hurts. Because that's the type of fucking energy that we never put out. We know our hands don't fucking call for it. And on top of that, it's hard to understand that why people that we would care for would feel such a negative, low-vibing, derogatory, fucked up way about us. And particularly when you never did anything to them. Never did anything to them. And it seems like the people who really don't give a damn about them or really could care less, those are the people who not only get their undivided attention, but get some type of respect, admiration, and even appreciation. You know, it's fucking weird for me. And this is why I stay in what the spiritualists say, hermit mode a lot. Because there's a lot of shit out there to me that I'm starting to fully see that's weird to me. It don't sit right with me. And I'd rather refrain from, you know, interacting with shit like that. You know, the elders also used to say, I can show you who you are by who you hang with. Again, in a young frame of mind, I used to say, nah, because that's my friend. I don't fucking get down the way she get down, but that's how she is as an individual. I am who I am as an individual, but like she's still cool with me because she never done anything to me or anyone that I love. And so, like, I don't see any reason not to be cool with her until the motherfucking reason surfaces. And again, when you on your journey and you become fully aware, you pick up on every fucking thing. So, you know, today's chill gear is brought to you by True Religion. Blue denim jacket with the faux fur red collar. I got some graffiti felines on with it. I'm coming from work, and like I always say, when these messages come through, I need to get them out. Now, you don't have to agree. I don't put these messages up for you to agree. It's because it was so heavy on my mind and on my heart, I had to release it. And a lot of time when you release those messages, a lot of people can definitely relate, or at the very least understand. When people show you who you are, who they are, not who you are, because people cannot fucking, as much as they try to project their inner emotions on you, still has nothing to do with you. So don't take on nobody else's shit. But when people show you who they are, you gotta believe them, because they know themselves better than you know them. And guess what else? God knows them better than they know themselves. And so the truth of them is going to be revealed.
Welcome to Pennsylvania.
As much as you want to, ignore it, delay it, not believe it, you simply cannot.
In half a mile, keep left to stay on I-78 West.
You simply cannot. Lest it be to your own fucking detriment. And I don't think anybody wants that. I know you don't want to die behind nobody else. Have Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. When it comes to healing, baby, keep going. Don't stop. It can get ugly. The truth oftentimes is. But don't get so fucking caught up in a fucking beautiful lie that you choose to live in a fucking world, or you create a life of fucking illusion. Because your bubble will get fucking burst. It will. Better to deal with the truth now and on your own terms. That way you can finagle a way to cope and learn than living in a world of illusion. Because when that fucking bubble bursts and everything come crashing down, it is hard to see where to even begin to pick up the fucking pieces. Peace unto you. I'll get up with y'all soon.